Catching up with Vince. He's a relatable guy. Not really. You're actually not relatable.
Like 11:30. Dave's on a test ride right now. You have him call you back, my guy. Fucking asshole.
Dave's never in that store. Yeah. Every time I call to talk to him, he's never there either.
But yeah, when he called me back, he said that I needed a new tie rod in my front left. Somehow, my front right, where the tire blew out, was fine. I don't know. I just said yeah. Then he said I had a leak in my exhaust. I'm like, yeah. The guy at the DMV told me when I went in for an inspection. As he was putting the sticker on, he was like, by the way, you got a leak in your exhaust.
It's in the back, though, right?
I have no idea.
It's got to be past the cat because you're not throwing any check engine codes.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's all that matters, as long as it passes emissions.
Yeah, and he told me, he goes, yeah, it'd be like $380. I'm like, nah, that's fine. I'll do it for now. He goes, you sure you get carbon monoxide up there with a leak? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I've had it. If I'm not dead by now, I'll be fine. Start with the windows open.
Just told him, call Cory, see what he says.
Okay, right.
Be like, oh, fuck, what did I tell you? 260? I mean, yeah. Double that. How's the Subi?
You don't even know.
You don't have it
What's it, dead already?
It's not dead. I mean, I sold it. I didn't sell it. I got some money for it because, dude, by the time I got rid of it, that thing was like I had to put like 4 quarts of oil in it probably every week, and I'm not even exexaggerating.
Oh my god!
Why wouldn't you just leaking buy like a gasket or all of the gaskets?
Because it needed it was leaking out of everywhere. It was leaking out of all right, so we need to take this apart to see if this is where it's leaking from, but it's also leaking from here. So we don't know.
See, I'm surprised that you didn't call me when you were shopping for a car.
Listen,
I would have told you to.
I just went for it. I
I would have told you to run as far as possible from Tribeca.
Well, now I have an X3. So that's what I should have gotten originally, because that's the exact car I wanted. It's just it's a 3 Series that's a little bigger and I can carry shit in.
He's never happy.
Yo, he's never happy.
I like BM,
happy.
so I can't knock it for being a BM because you really can't go wrong with them.
So then he's happy. Why is he mad?
The X3s are ugly. You would have been better with the X5.
The X5 and I didn't like it.
Ugly. Yeah, they don't ride very well.
No,
they're too clumsy.
I didn't feel like I was in control of it. It was like I was it just wasn't. It was too wide. Like compared, the Subaru was the same size, but the BMW just felt so much wider. And I'm just like, I don't think I have enough room in this lane. As I was test driving it, that's not a comfortable feeling.
Yeah, right.
So now I have an X3, and I paid $4,200 for it. It's an 08. It had a lot of shit wrong with it, and still does, but it runs. So my vehicle runs 140. But what I did was I got to the point where all right, I spent $4,200 on this car. It's not a ton of money. I was gonna spend $12,000 to $13,000 on a car, and I didn't. So I figured, fuck it, let me install the best stereo equipment I possibly can
instead of fixing the things that are wrong.
Right. I mean, that'll come in time, but let me enjoy the fucking car. So I have 2 JLs in the front, tweeters. I have the JL 5 inches. I replaced the 8-inch woofers that are under the seats. I replaced the rear ones, and I put 12-inch.
All JLs?
Well, I have an Alpine Type X.
Okay.
But I also have a JL 12-inch.
What's under the seats?
Those are, I think the name is Earthquake. So it's fucking an awesome stereo. It's a fucking awesome stereo. And I'm very happy with it. But the car is still fucked up. I still need to fix it.
See, it's someone said something to me the other day, when are you going to put a stereo in it? Mm-hmm. It's the last thing I'm going to do to this car. Every weekend I've been putting, $100 here, $200 there into my car.
What kind of car?
My wagon. My Focus wagon.
Oh.
Still got it. Still runs like a clock. It's got just turned over 173 the other day. I just put a light bar on it.
Wow.
Mark helped me.
Yeah.
It actually looks pretty good, and it's insanely bright. And then I did a headlight resto the next day and put some Silver Star Ultras. So it's
so you can see
even
now.
more bright. Yeah, I can really see now.
I also do a podcast now.
I'm getting it tinted on Monday too. Do you?
Yeah.
For what?
Yo, it's really for what? Just to fucking entertain the fucking masses.
Well, about what?
Well, I would like to record this conversation and have a conversation with you guys. because that's kind of what it is. It's like it's actually called catching up with Vince. And Cory, we haven't talked in a while, so let's catch up. We've all fucking. You're a lawyer now, right?
Almost.
Still in school, yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, you're just Corian.
I'm a step away from being a GM of AutoZone.
Dude, fuck yeah. That's a good place for you to be.
In all honesty, I'm about a year away from being a GM at AutoZone.
Good for you, man. How do you feel about working there? Because when I first asked you about it, you're like, job fucking sucks. I
It
fucking
still
hate
sucks, and
I'm
I still
like,
hate
I'm
it.
like, Cory,
but
you're working at your dream position.
Yeah.
And you were just pissed off then, and you're pissed off now. What do you want out of life? What do you want out of life? What do you want? You want it now?
To not be working retail, but what the hell else am I good at, right?
We'll figure it out. We all figure it out.
And until I do, I'll just keep working retail. This is by far like the best retail job I've ever had. I still hate it because it's still retail, and it's probably worse now because I work in fucking Trenton.
You'll get there, man, in time. You'll be a GM of an AutoZone. Just put it out there into the universe and just.
Oh god, this is gonna be the rest of my life.
Yeah, right. Oh, probably get this one over here.
Yeah, I didn't mean that store specifically, but
Well, I mean, from there you can do other shit.
yeah.
Like that's like just another step. It doesn't have to be the
And
final
another
destination.
year from now, I might not even be in AutoZone anymore. I might be in California
See?
working weed.
Well, it might come to you. It's right here.
I know, and it's gonna be legal any day now. Apparently, heard it got pushed back to June.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I'm definitely gonna need a lawyer for that. I'm gonna need a lawyer for a lot of
It's
shit.
gonna take
I
too
got a lot
long
of
to
shit
get
going on.
everything rolling here, though. See, it's already been rolling in California, and now Eddie's got this setup out there that it's like
But
too
that
good
was
to be
they were
true.
pioneers. Now it's like everyone, because I've been to a few of the conferences that they hold, because they've been holding like the Mid Jersey Chamber of Commerce held like this meeting about fucking weed, the weed business, and it coming over. So like a lot of people I met were from California who are just ready to fucking flip a switch and bring this operation here. You know, because those people already have millions and millions and millions of dollars. What's another fucking couple bucks?
Yeah.
You know, as long as the legislation works out and they can get everything they need.
Yeah, see, that's the problem is you have to be worth like over $1.5 million to even be considered.
Well, you
To
got
get
another.
licensing.
You don't
But
have
it has
to
to be
personally.
legitimate money.
You don't have to.
Is the problem.
Yeah, you don't have to personally own it, but you have to know somebody who was willing to believe in you enough to fucking give you that money or leave you access to that money. That's what you really have to do, and then you have your own money to start doing that shit. Like that's how you start, or something.
You hear Ricky Williams just came out with his own weed line?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, right.
The running back.
Oh yeah.
The Saints traded every other pick that they had to draft him first overall, and then he played for like 3 years. And then he was gone, and then he came back for the Wildcat and for Miami.
Yeah, okay.
The guy
yeah.
got suspended like 12 times for smoking weed.
Uh-huh, yep.
He's got his own line of weed products now.
Nice.
Go figure.
Yeah, right?
It's one thing to do with all that NFL
Yeah,
money.
Exactly.
Yeah, all you need is like a couple $1 million, and then you're set. As long as you're smart enough.
That's it, dude.
That's it, just $1 million.
Like, and then you're set though. And then you don't have to worry about shit.
Yeah.
You got a mobile food delivery now?
So as you can see, clothing line. You like that? You like that?
Nice.
So it's also a movement, 20% by the year 2020. Because what has been happening is before 2015, vegans were 1% of the population. From 2015 to 2017, it skyrocketed to 6% of the population.
It's because hipsters.
It's
Most people aren't
inevitably
embarrassed to admit it anymore.
Right. Like inevitably, this will happen, and I want to just like help the movement along by creating a movement based on it. So 20% by 2020 is the wave. So I have that. But what happened was with the clothing line, I bought everything I needed to screen print. I got a screen printing press. I started a screen printing company. Did I tell you about this? Started the screen printing company, did all that, designed all my own shirts. I taught myself Illustrator so that I could design my own shirts so that I could print them once I got the printer, and taught myself to screen print. So that was the direction I headed in for all this shit. I went through all that, right?
All while he's got a
Yeah,
food
right.
service business.
Yeah, exactly.
All while I'm food trucking and going to EDC Orlando and Imagine Festival down in Georgia. I have this little pet project of a screen printing company. Like if I got an order, let's say online, and I was in Orlando because I was food trucking, I would have to wait until I got back, cleaned all my shit, did all my EDC Orlando shit for the food truck, and then have to make a screen and screen print the whole fucking thing for one goddamn shirt.
Jesus Christ.
And I was only selling them for like $20 because I thought I was making a lot of money because I was the one doing it. Meanwhile, my fucking time is worth so much more than that.
Right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, especially if you're only making like one of each shirt.
right.
There's
So I'm
got to be
making-
like a $400 shirt.
I would be making one shirt to lose money because I have to buy a screen for $20 and the shirt costs $20. It was a mess. So now online, I find this thing called drop shipping. And drop shipping is this thing where you can have the design and another company prints and ships it. So now all I have to do is market it, which is exactly what I wasn't doing. So if I can figure out how to market it, then it's just something that'll just go and I don't even have to touch. Because they charge you like $12 or $13 to make a shirt. You make $5 a shirt for doing nothing. That's a much easier business model.
Yeah.
That's like free money.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what it is. It's like if you can do it, do it.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah, it's like what,
if you're imaginative enough to create designs, that's free money.
Right? And people buy it. You have to figure out how to get people to buy
Yeah,
it.
true.
So
That's
you
it.
so you were telling me about one of those mechanics. He just takes it to the dealership
Yeah.
sometimes and just has them fix it and then charges the customer another $100.
Yeah, one of my
what is that?
one of my commercial accounts does that. He works for himself by himself,
Uh-huh.
and he gets a lot of customers come in just to get diagnostics, and a lot of times he'll take it to the shop if it's something. He'll take it like to the dealer if it's something he can't figure out. They'll charge him $100, and he'll charge the customer $110, and then if they're willing to do the work for the right price, he'll just let them do the work and then charge the customer $100 more than they charged him. All the meanwhile, while he's at the shop doing other work. So he just makes $100 by dropping a car off at the dealer.
You gotta leverage your time, really.
Yeah, right.
That's like the best model. Leveraging your time, like replicating what you do.
He just told me today. He's like, he goes, yeah, make sure no one uses my account for the next 10 days. I was like, what? He goes, I'm going on vacation. Where are you going? He's like, I'm going out of country. I was like, oh, fuck. There goes like half my business for
Yeah,
the next
for real.
10 days. He's one of my biggest customers.
Damn.
Yeah, so that sucks. Fuck, man. He spends probably $1,500 a week, and it's just him in there.
Yeah, yeah.
So like he's actually pumping cars out.
And you got to hit 7,000 a week.
Yeah, 7's my goal. I
For
did
what?
like almost 12 this week.
So he gives you like a fifth of the money that you need.
Yeah, pretty much. Like him and Mr. Tire
Yeah.
are the majority of my money, and then I have 35 accounts aside from those two.
Corey's doing all right then.
I'm doing better now.
Yeah. Well, AutoZone's doing all right.
AutoZone's doing all right.
Corey's doing a lot of work for him.
Yeah,
You're doing better than you were at ShopRite.
damn straight. I'm also making $5 more an hour, plus I get quarterly bonuses.
Corey's got money coming in.
A little bit.
Nice. That's a good feeling.
I'm getting a lot of overtime right now, though. That's gonna stop soon.
I'm so happy for you.
I didn't work and open to close this week, and I got 51. Finished today with 51 hours.
Wow,
I didn't work and
overtime.
open to close.
Yeah, right.
Been working a lot of open to closes lately.
It's crazy that some places offer overtime. Like after you work at a place that, like I've worked,
I'm guaranteed 5 hours of overtime
I've
now
never,
with this position.
I've worked a lot of hours in a lot of places at a lot of off times. Like let's say Christmas at Walmart. I've never gotten paid time and a half for any of it. Never a holiday pay ever. Is that bullshit? Every Sunday,
yeah,
every
for
weekend.
real.
Were you salary at Walmart?
Yeah, I was salaried.
That's why.
So that how fucked up is that system?
See, if once I do get my own store, I'm gonna be salary, which is gonna suck because Al's there like 65 hours a week.
Yeah, yeah.
And he makes the same amount of money whether he's there the 50 that he's required or those 65.
Yeah.
That's the mentality I've gone into business with my whole life. It's just knowing I'm gonna work for fucking dog shit money and fucking every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That's the nice thing now is like I'm off on Sundays. And I have been off on Saturdays since I took this position over, but now I just work today and I'm working next Saturday. Saturdays. I work 7 to 6, 5 days a week. I know my schedule. It's great. Still, even with all this overtime, I'm not bringing home a whole lot more than I was with my 50-hour weeks. Or, my regular 45-hour weeks.
Yeah,
I'm not bringing home a whole lot more because that entire chunk of overtime is taxed.
Yeah, exactly.
Massively taxed, but that
You'll see
means
again,
I was gonna say that means I
tax
should
return.
get a big chunk back next year. That'll be nice.
Depending on what the tax code is next year. They just changed it. Or they're changing it.
You follow that shit, lawyer man?
I'm taking federal income tax. So, like, every chapter, because she's, up until now, the curriculum's been the same. Because the tax law hasn't changed since, like, 1986. That was the last big change.
Get out. Now it's
Yeah.
all new and everyone's
And now
probably
it's-
scrambling.
Yeah, like, people have no idea. Like, my professor, she's been a CPA and a lawyer for, like, 20 years. And she's just like, I have no idea what to tell my clients anymore. Like, I don't know what they should expect for next year. We have no idea.
Dude, you're just gonna
shit's
change it
insane.
that radically?
Yeah. Like, alimony used to be, whoever's paying the alimony can deduct it from their income. The other person has to include it in their income.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But now it's going to be tax neutral, so it doesn't matter. So the person paying can't deduct it. The person getting it can't include it. Or
That's
doesn't have to include it.
bullshit.
Right?
They're trying to make everybody equal.
Mm-hmm. But they're not. That's what alimony is for. It's the person that's making a shitload more money has to give them a bump. But this person's still paying taxes on $150,000 that they make. This person's still paying taxes on the $50,000 that they make. Even though they're losing, he's losing I don't know how much, $30,000 a year maybe. I shouldn't say he or she. Whoever's making more money.
It's the United States of America still.
Mm-hmm.
Is it though? Because it doesn't seem like it anymore.
Pay scales are still still the same.
That's true. But like, is anyone else leaning towards getting out of this country? Because I sure am.
No, my skills aren't really applicable anywhere else. I have to go back to school.
He has to learn the law there.
True.
He has to learn the law of the land.
Just move somewhere near the border. of
Make a-
Canada,
make
and
a
I'll
new
be somewhere
place.
near the
Come
border of
over.
the United States
Yeah.
and
Come over to Detroit every day.
I've been thinking of
go
making.
up to Detroit every day.
I've been thinking of making that plastic fucking garbage thing in the middle of the ocean, just making that a sovereign nation. Just like somehow like put cement over it.
Yeah, right.
And, like just make it a floating like Atlantis.
That would be great. We could just float around all the time.
Right?
That's got to be like,
It's like 3 miles long. It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gotta be. I think is it like the size of Texas
it's
actually?
fucking huge. But
And
it's got
just
to be,
in the middle of the ocean.
it's on a barge,
Pacific.
just like floating around.
Oh.
No, I think that's just like where it all collects.
Oh, yeah?
That's what happens. It's just all like
Oh,
all
shit.
the garbage.
Oh, that's just
like
where like the currents bring it?
yeah.
Oh, man.
That's where the patch is, and it just keeps growing and growing. Little like fucking drop by drop. Fucking plastic water bottle by plastic water bottle. That is the fucking most insane. Like that is the craziest thing to see and think about. Like pallets and pallets and pallets of bottles of water, and it's just used one time because someone's thirsty once. You're thirsty once, and now this bottle exists for fucking ever,
Yeah.
and no one even thinks about it. Like that bottle now, like every water bottle you've ever drank exists somewhere, and everyone else you know has also drank that many, and they exist somewhere. It's staggering.
Yeah.
The most fucked up thing we ever did as humans is recycling. Like, we're taking this shit from the earth, we're refining it, making it into this hard shit, and then we have to use it once, and then it just exists forever. And then we have to, like, recycle it through a man-made process that also destroys the planet. Whereas shit that's biodegradable, just fucking toss it on the earth, and it just fucking works. Why have we like gone so far away from like what's natural?
Because there's no money in natural.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
So that's what like all the products I want to have. I want to use biodegradable packaging.
Yeah.
It's just way once you're done with it, it just disappears after like 5 years.
That's a huge selling point. Like when you're done, just drop it and keep walking. It's like, oh, word.
Try a vegan compost bucket.
Throw all your
Also
shit in here
biodegrade.
and forget about it.
Yeah.
Forever.
There's actually a packaging expo on Tuesday I'm going to.
Oh, yeah?
Just
Like
synchronistic.
all that shit?
Yeah, just like synchronistically. It's like, oh, fucking, I need packaging. Oh, you know there's an expo in Philly? I guess not.
The fact
I'm
that
going.
a packaging expo exists
And it's
blows my mind.
Yo, it's $100 too to get
Are you
in.
serious?
You believe that shit? To attend, it's $100. So I better
damn.
find some fucking packaging down
Yeah,
there.
right. Should have gotten the packaging game. Apparently that's where all the money's at.
Packaging expo. I should do another one.
Yeah, right.
Just compete with them.
It's only $90 to get into mine.
Yeah.
This is how you make a box and then tape it up.
All right, get out.
I'd say that's worth $90.
Yeah, right. Learn about boxes.
So what do you know about law? You're just studying the fuck out of it? You're a generalist? Or
Generalist,
how does
yeah.
law work?
Yeah, generalist right now. That's basically what they teach you at law school. So that's what you need to become one. Then wherever you practice, that's when you gotta know the
Ins and outs.
nitty gritty.
So you don't need like a degree in that thing, but that's what you study once
Yeah.
you're a lawyer?
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. Like you can like real estate and do that, and then all of a sudden realize, you know what, I want to get into finance.
Mhm.
And then you're kind of an expert at both.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's how you grow.
Yeah, that's what a lot of my
Specialties.
professors in like college did.
Yeah.
And then, they practiced for like 30 years.
That's smart.
And
I mean,
then-
if you're
yeah,
smart
right.
and you crave knowledge, you're going to get bored once you know everything in one subject. So
Yeah,
you're
right.
going to want to go to the next one, figure that out.
Yeah. So
That's-
they just had clients that they get collected for that long. So they'll, like, one of them, he said he was finalizing their divorce one day and then sold their house the next day and then bought the house the day after that. Like 3 days just doing these huge things for the same person. Like, all right, I can do that, I guess, eventually.
Yeah. So when are you going to be able to lawyer?
Graduate in December, take the bar in February. Then I'll probably get my grade by, like, I don't know, October or something.
Damn.
So you're
It's
about
not
a
long.
year and a half
like,
out?
Maybe like July.
So
yeah,
you're
about a year.
Year out. Year and a couple months out.
Yeah.
Nice. So you can just like assist in lawyer matters, but you can't do anything official.
Mhm.
Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have people deliver the food.
Mhm.
So I'll have, let's say, Cory deliver 20 meals and he gets $5 a meal. So that's that's $100.
Mhm.
So I need a contract saying like, I'm not held liable for any blah, 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 like whatever Uber uses or whatever.
Yeah, I was reading the one about Grubhub.
Yeah.
Like before you got here, and they actually went to court, and it just got settled in February.
What happened?
The guy sued Grubhub saying that he wasn't an employee, or he was an employee. Grubhub said that he was an independent contractor,
Right.
and Grubhub won. And then they laid out like the important parts of the contract.
Nice.
So-
So now you know.
Might be like almost perfect for what you want to do with that one. Yeah.
So you can help me like in the wording and like all that shit.
Generally, I could.
Okay, I'll give you the basics of what I want to say, and then you can just like, or I can even send it to you for review. Or
Yeah, I can do that for you.
okay, you can say this looks like it would be
It looks
okay.
all right. Yeah.
Like you have to watch exactly how you say
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you
That's
say.
like the extent of what I can say. Yeah.
This looks
Like,
like
you know,
someone
this
who
is-
may have a degree might think this is something that they would say it was okay to use in court. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's a fucking juggling.
Yeah. Right.
Working in retail and being a manager, you've had to watch what you say forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because someone who's in whatever state they're in, they're always so like, and they're in attack mode. They see red, so you can't give them an inch to like play
Oh
with.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like you can't give them like that little like area of question.
Mhm.
Everything you say has to.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking entertainment law right now. My professor's been an entertainment lawyer for a long time, and he like represents writers. Like they come to him if they have like a script or some shit, and he basically told me like he made all his money in his first like 10, 15 years dealing with other lawyers who were fucking up
Wow.
because they were representing like indie filmmakers or some shit, so they don't have a lot of money, so they're also young. So he's been doing it for like 3-4 years. He learns like the weak spots in every contract, and he knows what to say without them objecting to it. But it's like a huge benefit to his client. It's exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
You know?
that's good lawyering.
Yeah, right.
So you enjoy? Are you passionate about lawyering? It sounds like it's something you're into at least. Like you like to read about it.
I'm interested in the field, which is good. But they just tell you all about the work, and the work sucks. Like I had an interview yesterday with a guy, and he's just like a solo practitioner. Doesn't have like a paralegals or anything like that. It's just him. And on his website, he has a bunch of cases that he argued and a bunch of like relevant laws that he deals with every day. So he's like, all right, I just need you to read these 2 pages. Like it's like 20 cases and like 10 or 15 laws. And he goes, yeah, just have a general idea of it. And I started reading one of them, and I just wanted to like blow my brains out. It's so monotonous and.
What is it? Just like everything, every word has to be so specific.
Yeah, pretty much. Like he was doing a case. He does a lot of cases for like kids against like their schools, like students against like colleges and stuff like that. For one thing, they can't use kids' names, so it's always initials.
Okay.
So it's just like PF versus Rutgers or some shit. And through the whole thing, it's just like PF was doing this, PF was doing that. It's like you have to explain every little thing that he did, and it goes on for like 30 pages, and that's one case.
Jesus.
And then I got to read 20 more, and
So
that's not an area I care about.
Are you good at reading? Like, can you read? Like, are you like a super reader?
I'm not a speed reader, but
A speed reader.
yeah, I'm not one of the guys that like reads one page and it's like, oh fuck, and I got to start all over again because I didn't absorb any of it.
That's me every time.
No, I do all right with that.
How many
And I
words
can
per
read
minute?
if I have to. I have no idea. I never measured it.
If you have to read that much, I would assume like that's something you'd have to master. Ugh.
Probably.
Like I would definitely look up some kind of like read fucking 100 pages in like 1 minute because there are those techniques out there.
Yeah. They say judges eventually develop a skill at just basically looking at a group of words and being able to pick out like
Keywords.
Yeah. It's like if this whole paragraph is like saying what manslaughter is, it's like manslaughter, killing, unintentional, blah blah blah. And then all right, got it.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll develop it eventually until I get rich enough to have a paralegal so they can just read to me.
Or you have someone believe in you enough that they want to read all the shit for you.
Yeah, right.
That's what you have to
I'll
do.
be their muse.
Exactly. That's what you have to do.
That's when I know I'll make it.
Right?
Yeah.
Just have blind followers.
That's how you know you've done it. Whatever you're doing. I feel like I have like a nose hair that's like right here. You have a mirror?
Oh yeah, there's a big ass one over there.
Bruins are up.
Who's lifting?
8 minutes in.
Dub.
I feel better about myself now.
Damn, Pirates Marlins still scoreless.
But Pirates?
Bottom 5. Never fails.
I mean, it's true. Their flag is called the Jolly Roger, isn't it? Or their boat.
Yeah. The flag, yeah.
Jolly as a Roger means gay. It's like British slang. Like Old English slang, yeah. Well, not old, like 60s and 70s.
Oh.
So I got this toy. It's called the Genius Pipe. And it's supposed to cool weed down. So that it's like, by the time it gets here, it's cool.
Does it
That's
work?
insane.
I haven't used it yet because I haven't wanted it to smell. This is like my first time not having weed in probably over a year, and I always have like a jar like that full of it. But it's just like it's like a time in my life where everything is just you have to go to zero sometimes to go back up.
Yeah.
And like right now I'm at my 0 point. Like all my credit cards are fucking maxed out, and like I have no weed. And like right now I just did this fucking event and it wasn't good. As far as money goes, probably lost money on it. But like, I can smell it and I can taste it. Like right now, all it would take is for this meal delivery thing to like 30 customers would be, oh my god, unreal. Because right now I'm at like 5 customers, but it's only been like 5 weeks. But still, people are ordering like 70. They're ordering like $70 to $100.
Damn. I don't know. What do you got?
There's a little bit of Barry White in there still. and the Girl Scout cookies in the purple.
You decide.
There's a couple really purple ones in there. Got some soda, some purple stuff. Oh, sunny day, alright.
Oh, so is your phone live? Do you have Instagram?
No. I don't have any social media. I don't even have Facebook. Do not make me an Instagram.
I was gonna have you follow Catching Up with Vince.
Oh.
Try Vegan has over 5,000 followers.
Wow.
Nice.
It's pretty good, right? I don't know if that's good or not. If I was a hot bitch, I would have 100,000 followers. Easy.
But you're not. You're just a stupid vegan line. So you only have 5,000.
Just a stupid vegan food truck. No, it's not stupid vegan food truck. It's really crazy.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I was actually craving a shroom burger and Gregan recently.
We were at Ryder today. They were doing some Trenton YMCA for the kids.
Well, Trenton YMCA, well, like CYO.
I don't know. But it was, I don't know. There weren't a lot of people there at all.
Doesn't surprise me. All Trenton's kids are in gangs. I'm not doing YMCA stuff.
Well, like children, Cory. The children aren't in gangs.
You sure about that?
I don't know.
You ever been to Trenton?
Yeah, Trenton YMCA has come to the escape room before.
Oh, true. True.
Did they get out? Did they make it?
No.
Were they even close?
Some of them were.
What do you have to figure out? Like go left or go right? And you can just watch people like not figuring shit out.
Today I watched a lot of people not figure shit out because they were assholes.
Damn.
And
Were they
when they're
dumb?
assholes, you don't give
You
them
don't
clues.
Dude, do you? Is that how it works?
Uh-huh.
exactly.
That's how it works.
It's the Wild West out there, man. No one polices us.
Dude, that job was great. Yeah, when people were assholes, I would just like ignore them, or I would just
They
say
ask
like
you,
the
how does
most
it work?
smart ass
Yeah.
backwards shit to them.
How does this thing work? I've never been to an escape room.
They can. Oh well, the one that he's at, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
They're like by far and away.
Yeah, we get a lot of people
Let's
that
give
have
him a
done
pl-
like
let's give him a
hundreds
plugola.
across the country.
Let's give him a plugola. What's the name of that one?
Amazing Escape Room Princeton
All right.
on Route 1.
On Route 1.
So now, what do you have the capabilities to do there?
Me or them?
You as the
customers.
game master.
Well,
What?
we, from working there for so long, we just know all the puzzles and shit. But there's also walkthroughs, so we know exactly what you're supposed to do. And when they want help, we can be as vague as we want with the clues. And then, they fail usually.
So what, you have to
You get 60 minutes.
how many rooms are there to get out of? Or is it just one room that you're locked in?
Well, there's different.
I've never explained to
There's
someone who's
5
never done it.
There's 5 different themed rooms. Some of them is just you're in one room the whole time. Some, there's an obvious like second or third door you got to open, and then others have a hidden door. So you think you're in one room, and then you think you escape, and then there's a whole other fucking room with more puzzles to do.
Yeah, we got.
And every single
We
room,
got
every single
time
room.
travel
Yeah, we
with
made it
15
out.
minutes left.
Yeah.
No, you still have a whole other room. It's gonna take about 35
Yeah.
minutes.
And then we lock you in, we give you a little video to get you started, and then you're on your own. Start solving shit. You gotta look around, find it.
You're only supposed to get like 3 clues.
Yeah.
So can you tell when someone's like really fucking smart and figuring out most of this shit?
Yeah.
Like you'd be like,
Yeah,
okay,
definitely.
that's an interesting human being.
Mhm.
That's a smart person.
usually
Most people will solve something usually with help, and then go, okay, now what do we do?
Yeah. Those people usually suck. It's like, what are you even doing here? Like, you could have just paid me $30 and I'll tell you how to get out.
Yeah, right. You still probably wouldn't make it out.
But then usually even people that are considered like conventionally smart usually suck at it.
Yeah.
Because they either think that they're like vastly superior and they just fly through, or they just overthink everything. And like
Yeah.
half the puzzles are very simple. But like the amount of times like people fail, like barely get halfway through the room, and I walk in, and they're like, I have a PhD, and he's a doctor, and there's a lawyer, and there's a CPA, and we couldn't figure out any of this stuff. It's like, yeah, because you guys are
Fucking idiots.
Yeah, you're dumb. You couldn't put that puzzle together. It's 4 pieces, dude. What the fuck is wrong?
Yeah, you studied some shit, but you're fucking dumb. You can remember shit, but you can't figure shit out.
Yeah. Like I had a group of 9
how does
people
this
once.
work?
So you pretty much just put her in there and then light it. Don't break it.
This thing weighs like 4 pounds. I don't think I can break it. Like seriously, wait till you pick this up. It looks like it'd just be like cheap, flimsy plastic. It's not.
Genius pipe. Shout it out if it's good. Give me free shit.
It smokes.
Yeah.
Was it cooler smoke? Oh, it's supposed to be coughless. That's literally how they marketed it.
I always cough.
Sure.
You gotta cough to get off,
I
man.
think he has TB.
TV.
Damn, tuberculosis.
Considering the fact that it doesn't actually pack into there, that lit very nicely. It smokes nice.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know if I'd say it's cooler. It's smoother though.
I mean, full disclosure, I bought it off eBay. Could be a fake one.
Whatever. It works. I like it. I don't know if I'd buy one, but I'm also not a peace smoker.
Yeah, you're a fucking anger smoker.
Well, yeah, I smoke when I'm angry, and I'm not angry anymore.
I went 10 days without smoking for the end of fucking Lent or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
10 days. It was good to like
You
not be
Catholics
high all
and
the
your
time.
Weird traditions.
Well,
You only did it for the last quarter.
Do not
It's supposed to be 40 days.
True.
Yeah. I don't pay attention to that shit.
I've been on this for a year now. Over
No
a year.
smoking? Good for you. How's your ball?
It's still massive.
Jesus Christ. You ever show him?
Well, I don't think Mark has any idea what we're talking about.
Is it awkward now?
Testicle?
Yeah.
Did I just do something here? Should I not have done this? All right, good. Then fucking show him.
No, I'm definitely not
That's
going to show him.
Come
Just take your word
on.
for it.
Yo.
I have what's called a hydroseal. It's a fluid buildup.
Gross.
Yeah.
So we thought he was dying.
Yeah, I thought it was the C word.
Oh, words.
Yo,
What the hell does that have to do with it? Oh, cancer.
his ball is literally the size of a bar of soap.
Jesus.
His one ball.
Yeah. I would have been fine just not knowing. Could have ended this convo.
That was so funny, dude. Being at the hospital all fucking day trying to figure this shit out.
Oh, man.
And then telling Beam.
I was like, dude, if I'm gonna be in the hospital, I was like, if I'm gonna be in the hospital
Well-
all day with you, I'm gonna look at your fucking ball.
He was like, I was wearing my Sandy pants from your mom.
What?
They're like PJ pants that your mom gave me during Sandy.
Oh, they meant the pants were like Sandy, or they said
Right.
Sandy or something.
I'm trying to piece the two together.
Right.
Like sandy pants.
Yeah.
And
But you wash them.
Like,
the sand has
kept,
to
like,
go away.
he kept like trying to get discreet looks. And then eventually I was just like, dude, it's right here. And he was like, oh my God, can I touch it?
Beam is such a weirdo.
All right, he wanted to look while we were at the hospital,
Yes,
but I
if you
mean,
can touch it.
When I was at the hospital the whole yeah, is it squishy?
he was like at one point he was just like, no homo, but like I'm kind of curious. You dragged me out here. I'm kind of curious.
I guess if I was at the hospital, I'd
It
be
took
like,
me that long. I thought it was,
what the fuck am I doing here?
I can't not know. It's my whole day now at this point. My whole
Show me
day
your
is because of
balls
this
and they're
ball.
normal, I'm going to be really pissed. Probably never talk to you.
It's just regular size.
It's starting to
The
taste
other
a
one's
little
just
burnt.
really small.
What's the point of the hole on the top of it?
Just the
It's the logo.
logo, yeah.
Oh, so I got an email today as I was coming to talk to you about lawyer shit that my trademark is 2.5 years old for Try Vegan.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. I have 5 years right to renew it.
Yeah, something like that. I think that's just
Wait,
for the...
the
It's definitely
trademark's
not
only good
2.5.
for 5 years?
You have to renew it.
Yeah, you got to renew it like every so often.
So this wave is about to fucking kick off, and Try Vegan is my shit, man. I had this idea for it, and here we are. Just talking.
This is exactly what going to college for 4 years and getting 2 bachelor's degrees and then getting stuck working retail management jobs. This is what'll happen.
Yeah, right?
Eventually you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You'll find your life.
Eventually you get fed up and go, you know what? I just want to eat food.
And go to music festivals with my friends. It's really crazy how like it became that. Like it's like that's what I want to do with it. Here that is. Thank you. Now I want to do this. All right.
How long were you a vegan before you started the food truck?
Actually, I'm vegan 5 years last month, and I guess it would be like 2 years, 2.5 years before I started the truck. This is like the midway point of my vegan journey. My journey through veganism. It really is. Like, cause now, like, I intermittent fast. I don't have gluten. And like, I have a fucking business. You know, people say, "How has veganism been?"
Exactly.
Well, for me, it's a little special.
Why do you intermittently fast?
A lot of reasons. There's a lot of benefits to it. It puts your body in a state of ketosis after like 16 hours, in which it helps the neuron sheath, whichever one that is, that wraps around the nerves. That helps the shit. It's like the tubing of your nerves. Okay. It helps heal those, like patch that up, and like so that things can shoot through faster. And then there's also something called
That's weird that not eating would do that.
Yeah.
Well, there's also something called autophagy, and what autophagy is that's when your body, that happens after 20 hours to 24 hours, and it really peaks around 36 hours of fasting. And what that does is that
a day and a half. I can't not eat for like 3 hours.
Well, that's the problem with fucking humans in fucking America, is that that's how
we're conditioned. I don't eat meals though. I like pick at things every couple hours.
So autophagy is your body's has junk in its cells, right? So during autophagy, it takes that junk and turns it into fuel for your body. So it's not only removing bad shit, it's creating good shit from that bad shit. It's fucking amazing.
Those technical terms.
Dude, that's the thing about me. I can't remember shit. I don't remember fucking names, but like, if something makes sense, I'll remember it. That's why, like, I didn't do great in like fucking school. I mean, I was in honors classes and all that other shit. Don't get me wrong, but like studying the periodic table with like I can't. Like if you said, okay, figure out an element, figure out how it works. Okay, I could probably make one. I could probably make a new element. But figuring out what already exists and remembering, I just can't do. It's just not how my brain works. But like that's why I was so good if like there was ever like a fire in the bakery or an 80-year-old Chinese woman gets hit by a car in the parking lot, like I could react. I could remember enough shit like, oh shit, the Chinese people at the walk speak Chinese and this woman speaks Chinese. Let's grab one of them. So that fucking helped.
Where is the ball with my food?
Who's the ball?
Never been the boss of one of my friends before. I've had one of my friends be my boss before.
Wow,
I've never been the boss of one of my friends.
How does it feel?
That doesn't feel any different. I still talk to him the same.
No, you should talk to him like he's a piece of shit.
I talk to him at work like I talk to him here.
Are we doing this?
Do you want to pack it?
I always said like.
I definitely think this is just a fake model from China.
How you guys like to talk to each other? Like, yeah. If HR ever came in here, there would be a real issue.
Right. All right, so Genius Pipe. I think I got a fake one. Send me a free one to fucking review on my show if you like the shit. Because like, I don't know. I don't have $100 right now. Shit. Am I right? Yeah. Right.
How are you with window tints?
How am I with? What do you mean?
Opinions.
Opinion less than none. I don't know what direction this conversation could go in. Honestly, what do you want me to say about it?
No. He wants to know like
you ever installed them before?
Well, that's a better question. Oh, actually, I have when I made that infinity mirror.
Oh, true. That came out pretty nice.
Thank you.
No, never mind. I was gonna say you want to make $100.
It tastes pretty good.
No, I'm just gonna pay a professional $150 to do the whole thing, and then I don't have to buy any of it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, kind of with a lot of the shit I do now. Fucking professional.
Yeah.
That's sometime down the road, still though.
It's great that window tints and paint come before the stereo system.
Well, she needs a paint job. Clear coat's peeling. I'm not in my car long enough to need a stereo. I don't go anywhere.
You see, I'm the opposite. I'm in that car constantly. I need to just
Yeah,
listen
see,
to
if that
something
were
cool.
the case, and when I'm on a 15-minute trip, I got my JBL.
Remember that time? What were you driving? It was a fucking old, like American car.
Boombox in the back.
No, I'm talking about when your phone. I think you had a fucking iPhone 3GS or something like that, and it fit perfectly in the cassette deck. And that's how you listen to music.
That was the Acura.
Dude, that shit was so funny. He just literally stuck his phone in like a fucking cassette and had the speaker facing out.
In my defense, it was a deactivated phone. It was just an iPod.
Oh, true.
What defense of what?
He hates
That
iPhones.
fucking piece of shit iPhone. Although I hate this Samsung too, and I've never hated a Samsung before.
What model is it?
I don't know. It's a whatever their bottom of the line one is these days.
There you go.
Yeah, but prior to this, I had an LG Aristo, which was actually cheaper than this one, and I liked that phone almost better than any Samsung I've ever had.
Damn. I had an LG. My last one was an LG. I had an LG G6. It wasn't what I wanted. The Note is what I wanted, so I waited and got the Note. And then it cracked.
The Aristo was basically just the baby version of the G6. It was only a 16 gig.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, which
that's weak.
I used about 1 gig of.
Yeah. You didn't have any music.
No music,
on there,
yeah. Yeah, I
know what a
stream
gig is.
music. I don't need music on my phone. You know, dude, it's 2018.
Yeah, I already have 3,000. So.
Yeah.
And I still stream music.
Yeah, you still have an MP3 fucking.
Yeah,
I still have.
man, I got my iTunes.
I have.
I use iPhone. So.
I have an MP3. I have an MP3 player.
Oh, nice.
Specifically, it's called a digital whatever audio player, because I never got out of that whole scene of like listening to cool high quality fucking audio. So like whenever you want advice on what kind of headphones to get, reach out. Or like what if you're into music, I don't know.
When I do finally get around to putting my stereo in,
You'll ask
give you
me.
a call.
Yeah. Hey, what 4 inches should I get?
You put all yours in yourself, right? Yeah,
I
I know
inst-
that's
I-
something you're good at.
I installed.
Probably should have asked him to help with the wiring of that
Yeah,
light
yeah.
bar.
I
Although we
installed.
did just fine with it.
Yeah.
It just looks sloppy,
Yeah.
but that's my fault.
Yeah, I installed every speaker. I not only did I reinstall every speaker, I put an amplifier to the subwoofers under the seat, and each 12-inch has a separate amplifier. So that thing is fucking
Jesus
loud.
Christ, yeah.
Well, the Alpine Type X bumps out 1,000-watt RMS, and the box is fucking huge, and it's facing up, so it just goes right to the front because it's an SUV. It's not like shooting in a trunk of a 2-door, trying to fucking shoot the sound out of a little trunk. This is like fucking loud, dude. Oh my god, it sounds really good.
See, that's one thing. I don't think I'm gonna put subs in mine because I like my trunk space.
You can take them out.
Got a wagon for a reason.
So do
Because
I.
it was cheap and available. But I like wagons. So.
Yeah, right. You don't want to end up like Smitty with a flat tire and not be able to get to the spare.
Yeah, because I got subs and shit on top of them. Also, I don't want to be like Smitty.
Yeah, obviously.
How old are you?
26,
How old is Zed?
28,
How old am I?
29.
Till when?
July 11th?
No.
Is it in July?
Yeah.
July 10th.
No.
Are you 3 days after him?
I'm the 9th.
I'm
Rob
very
and
close
Vince
to
are
that.
both after me.
Not on the same day.
No. But
Rob the 14th?
Rob's...
Do you know July 9th
Close.
is? Do you know July 9th is Tesla's birthday?
Is it?
Did you know that?
Rob's sister and
Nikola
him
Tesla?
share a birthday.
The Nikola Tesla.
Oh, actually, I think I did know that. Rob's
July
sister and him share a birthday.
26th. I don't know.
He's still a Cancer.
Yo, that helps.
19th?
Yeah.
19.
How'd you get it? How'd you get to that one?
He told me about, because a lot of people I know have March birthdays. Me, Ed, Smitty, Moffat, Tim's sister, and a bunch of other people. Dr. Seuss, Mark Brown, the author of Arthur.
And then we got talking about
Yeah,
how many July
July
birthdays we
birthdays.
knew, too.
My mom, you two, Rob,
Wow,
Mom's
you
the
guys,
14th, right?
16th.
so you guys just like never run out of shit to talk about.
We always find something. Or if we do, we just play a board game.
Yeah, exactly.
What do we like? You guys just ran the gamut of shit you could talk about to get there.
I was actually thinking about that recently.
How about April? Who do you know in April?
My dad, Adolf Hitler.
My sister.
Adolf Hitler was born on 420.
Yeah.
So that's how it
And then
happens
he
with you
died.
guys.
And then he died on the same day that my dad was born, but like 28 years earlier.
This has to be a fake one from China.
It's not bad though.
That much.
It's not a bad piece.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Plus, riding around with it, who the fuck is gonna think it's a piece?
Incense
If you
burner.
sniff on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Marijuana incense. Marijuana scented incense. This smells like burnt marijuana. What a weird way to describe that smell.
Burnt marijuana. It's dead on though.
Yeah. There's no mistaking that smell.
Yeah, right. You know what I've noticed? Really weird. If I'm smoking a Dutch, it smells different than if I'm not smoking.
And you smell one being smoked.
Like I walk through here when
definitely.
like Dub and his friends are smoking, and
And it
there's a
almost smells
distinctly
gross.
different. Yeah, exactly. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's because it's not the one that you're currently smoking. Yeah. It's just the same with like cigarettes. Like almost immediately when I stopped smoking cigarettes, like that smells so gross.
See, I can't relate. I never smoked. So.
Yeah, but it's that same concept. You know, you're not smoking it.
But what about when you smoked?
What? How? Wait a minute.